Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Feminine Twin Flame read for you now. It is January 5th, 2019. We have the eclipse tonight at 9:42. It's a partial solar eclipse, but it is a new moon. Let's go back here. I don't have sand. I put out sand for you early this morning, so I'll get that tomorrow probably. But I have the feminine read, and I'll definitely pull some oracle cards for you at the end. So it is the 5th of 2019. The 5 is the Hierophant, so it's all about establishment, the old patterns, commitments, contracts, religious leaders, or any institutional leaders. It's all of that energy coming up. And the day added up to the 18, which is the moon. So the moon and the new moon, and the sun being kind of eclipsed, okay, today. So there's definitely going to be not as much clarity in the energy of the eclipse, okay, because it's a partial solar eclipse, so we're not eclipsing out all of the light, but there's some things that won't be as clear as they should be, so you might want to wait till the eclipse energy clears to make sure you have all the information, because it may have been skewed, okay. So we have the moon and the Hierophant, so it's very feminine energy in regards to these commitments, and a lot came up in the read too about the feminine energies and karmic relationships, stuff like that. So I'm going to get right into the read. Take a deep breath. The energies are kind of going in and out, like sometimes I'm getting that heart expansion, stress energy, and then not, and so there's definitely stuff about the masculine coming through as well. There's no stress on my end today, but just be aware of that. It may or may not be you, and just to make sure you are taking in plenty of fluids and eating right and resting, and taking in your deep breaths and meditating whenever you can, to just stay at 0 point. And just center yourself, a quick crossover, to center your energies. So for the Divine Feminine, and that was done at 3:05. At 3:02, as I'm doing the cards still, a car flew by south, really heavy and fast, like that masculine energy, and then at 3:03, the next minute, a smaller vehicle flew north that felt lighter and smaller. So that was interesting. It's like the feminine coming up as the masculine crashes down, right? In a way, coming together. The major arcana that came up were the Lovers and the Hanging Man for the Divine Feminine. There were 3 swords, 3 cups, 3 pentacles. No wands at all today. But you notice that's 333. And then there's no court cards, but below the underlying energy and my card after the read were both pages. We got the Page of Cups in the underlying energy, and then the Page of Wands in the underlying energy, and the Page of Cups as the card after the read. And in the Syrian Starseed, this is like a child completely opening their heart to the universe. It's very pure and innocent love. So, and it was funny because just as I was complete, and I'm looking at the Page of Cups, my daughter calls me, and she's a Pisces, so it was perfect. The numbers that came up for you guys, like I said, are 333, 44 came up. All the numbers came up in the read except for 7 and 8, so that could be more of the focus for you as the numbers that were missing. And 7, 8 is that calm rest, going within energy, so you need to do more of that. And then the 8, so it's the combo for the storm, and the storm are what's missing from all the numbers. You have 44, that was emphasized as the 4, which is the mastering number, to master your 0 point. And the coding had everything to do with health. So it's really about what have you not been paying attention to. And I've been having so much trouble talking today too. So there's something about the eclipse in your communications right now. There's a lot of like hurry up and wait energy, like you're tripping over your words because you feel like you're late for something. That kind of energy is coming through. 96, 15, which is the energy of the devil. 111 came up, and it was 111, 333, and 44 all came up. So there's a lot of power energy there. 21 also came up. And since the coding was all about health, it was about 6 of crystals came up, which is the 6, like the 6 of pentacles came up in the coding. So, you know, that's all about balancing again, staying at 0 point and sharing, teaching and learning and sharing with others, giving and receiving. So it's all about learning, being the student, because seeker came up in the coding as well. So I was getting seeker, ha! And it took me back definitely to when the kids were taking karate lessons, so that's coming up for someone, because it came up in another way in the read as well. So someone might be taking karate lessons, or somebody might be using their karate talents, or whatever kind of martial art it is. They may have a reason to use it coming up. But the Hermit is coming up as sharing with the devil. Alright, because that's just the shadow side. The wise one and the unwise one. Alright, balancing the two. It's still all about 0 point, because it's within you as well. And it's all about health. So there's some bugs going around now too. My daughter's friend came by today. She had to drop something off, and she definitely was sick. She had just gone to the doctor's because of bronchitis. So there's some bugs going around, and that just might be the devil or the shadow that's coming up right now is illness. And maybe the dark energies throwing that our way to kind of take you down a little bit so you won't be as strong. Could be a young person, someone with a headache, a cold, bronchitis, sharing their illness with you, but no worries about it. You're keeping yourself strong. That's why you have to keep your health up, so things won't affect you. Right? You still have that third energy. You still have that extra strength. Okay, so you have to be ready at a moment's notice, always to stay at 0 point and be ready to expand. So it's so important to keep yourself healthy. So for the feminine, okay, so we start out with the underlying energy of the 4 of Swords, which is all about being still, resting, thinking, meditating at home, and releasing little pockets of emotion here and there. Just prior to, because we're not quite at the new moon yet, it's later tonight, or the eclipse energy, whichever one it is. That might have been the eclipse. I'm not sure what time. But anyway, it's tonight. So just prior to the new moon and the eclipse, you may be releasing little pockets of emotions here and there. And like I said, maybe a young fire sign might pop by. Exposed divine masculine is suffering out in the open as the Knight of Pentacles, or a friend of his, offers something practical, or a loan, or help with the truth, and sticking it to the man. So a friend of the masculines might be helping him out. Could be a friend of your karmic as well, if you're still in a relationship. But then I was getting like Pope on a stick, or a popsicle stick. But this was coming up as like sticking it to the man. Okay, so whether this is the divine masculine or your karmic, there's definitely masculine energy around this. Sticking it to the man, or the establishment, commitment, or a contract, and making sure they really feel it. You know, it's like putting the sword in something and moving it around. When, you know, you see those movies where someone gets killed, it's them wanting the establishment to really feel the truth. The truth now, in a race to the finish line. Peace out. Holding antenna at cross keys and lopsided feet, others bowing down to him. So this is the establishment. It could be a religious leader as well. No more. Those bowing down get a lift. The dark horse is green and puts on the brakes as truth rises to the top, and all bets are off. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is also out in public, sad about the weeds, needing to clean up, and someone around them starting to wheeze. So, like I said, kids might be getting sick. Staying present, thinking about doing some sweeping, but not in the mood. A little organizing of money and things, perhaps. Saving, resting, and relaxing. Just one more day, then tomorrow you will feel it more, and then be on your way. So calling in your soulmates, the underlying energy after separation came up beneath that. Okay, so once you separate, if you're still in a karmic relationship, it was really coming up heavily in that respect. I don't usually get a lot about that, but this is about the divine feminine and her karmic relationship, that if you're still in one, you need to separate. So separation was coming up first, and then the underlying card was calling in your soulmate. All right, you need to separate in order to call in your soulmate. Obsession to details or dress, but winter illnesses have begun, needing bed rest and sweating. Sweets and treats, and I was just getting sweatshirt when I saw that, so sweatshirts too. But sweets and treats, like little birdie in the snow, and I was getting snow, but also little birdie in the know. Okay, so sweets and treats, little birdie in the snow or in the know, some carrot and cheese, so maybe carrot cake and cheesecake, Swiss and brie. Cleaning up around plants and any food left on the floor that kids may have left behind before, and bare feet, running through the house, and so they won't slip and hurt themselves. Okay, so some might be going out to see A Star Is Born tonight. It's Saturday night. Stars align. The moment is right. The heat is on. Humidifier and vapor rub. A small talk about the constellations. So those of you who may very well come together with your divine masculine could have a nice low-key evening to really talk, and just maybe someone's sick, you know, just nurturing each other. But it could have to do with your karmic and the kids as well if you're still in a relationship. And then relationship change comes up. Okay? Relationship is the other underlying energy, and the nature was beneath that. So it's about being green, but also letting things happen naturally. And here's this time for relationship change. Tools of the trade, a connection is made. A little uncomfortable maybe, like learning a new dance. Just give it a minute, give it a chance. If you come together with your masculine, or whoever you're not getting along with, I was really getting about the divine masculine here, but whoever, give it a chance. Some shyness about coming out and spending a few dollars. A turtle and a peacock. The Queen of Pentacles is shining bright, multicolors and layers, beautiful eyes and hair like a feather. She doesn't usually show her royal blue, mostly greens and yellow in her auric hue. So emerald on pillar and wrapped in gold wire, twisted and molded to just the right style, and a 5-pointed home. He with a treasure chest, beautifully carved, a little bit of an unknown animal, impish, sweet, and wild, with throwing stars out in the woods, and maybe even a treehouse. Emerald floors that nature provides, grass, and a gold label. So I don't know if that's a beer or something like that. She is fully grounded. Third-party gossip is abounding, overindulging around them. So there may be some liquid courage there. If presently you are still married or committed to dark energies, addictions, or codependencies, meditate to connect and shine your light. Don't worry so much about protecting, just love. Recently, wishes didn't come true. With injustice, it just wasn't fair for you. Holding back a new life, but learning to play ball and be present. The foundation for the read was heartbreak, a prison of sorts. But you got over, or are getting over it. That the King of Cups reversed is emotionally detached, and you now have epiphanies. So this King of Cups reversed could be your karmic or your divine masculine, depending on your situation, okay? Sensually, the Lovers, Queen of Cups, destiny without option. Okay, this is Spirit saying there is no option, this is your destiny. Sensually, the Lovers, Queen of Cups, destiny without option. The King of Swords is upright now and has dumped his families, anyone stealing our energies. The wounded warrior kept quiet when the Emperor turned his back to watch the show. The divine feminine is challenged by sharing and balancing bad feelings about being a third party and addictions, pretending that he didn't know. Transformation or death of stubbornness of the Emperor reversed. Magician with a coven or female group around him thought he'd always be cursed, but now free to leap away from Emperor's last skirt. Okay, so this is coming up as, could be the masculine or the masculine's father or father-in-law. Now, in the divine feminine's head is brain wars, deciding to divorce or just be spiritual, even if without affection, The Queen of Swords has truthful intent with difficult content to relay. The Emperor is in control, but the Queen of Cups reversed is a mess, drinking and partying and vomiting on her dress. Holding on to the King of Pentacles status, Divine Feminine is nervous about their negative past, and the King of Wands reversed, angry and tired of working, pushing his agenda, or resisting. Okay, so there's a bunch of characters coming up here. I'm getting, so there's a King of Cups, there's a King of Swords, the King of Wands comes up, and then the Queen of Cups, but I'm getting Queen of Cups as upright and reversed. So they're two totally different people, all right, because they're both in the underlying energy. So the Queen of Cups is upright, is coming up in the center as the Divine Feminine, like ready to come into union, whereas the Queen of Cups reversed could definitely be a karmic or the Divine Feminine in the beginning of the journey, okay? But the King of Wands is coming up as reversed, so angry and tired. It just depends on your situation. The King of Swords is coming up upright. King of Swords upright, King of Wands, and King of Cups were coming up reversed. So whoever's in the upright, that's King of Swords. So you'll know who it is, okay? So, but this King of Wands reverse is angry and tired of working and pushing his agenda or resisting, definitely getting karmic energy here, and he's about to fall. Or the karmic masculine, sick of your burdens and carrying your load, you always dreaming of your twin. Now really, how long can that last, okay? So this is the perspective of the karmic if you're still with your karmic. Karmic thinks that you're the dark one, as well as the Emperor, and also Cancers were coming up, Cancer people. Could be people with Cancer. But Emperor has his chariot with the King of Wands and King of Cups cracking the whip with his sons to hurry up. So it's definitely getting, again, the King and the two sons situation with the Divine Masculine side. Okay? Or it could be the karmic side as well. But either way, all three of them were coming up reversed. Okay? So the King of Wands, King of Cups, and the Emperor are negative energies, whether they're the feminine's karmic or the Divine Masculine's family or karmic. Soon the Divine Feminine looks north to the sky with a cyclone around her, healing stuck emotions and loving herself first. The Magician offers a carriage to her, a free ride, a new life, or a payoff to stay low until he formally walks away. For children and for the family's name, okay? So this could be coming from the Divine Feminine's karmic, all right? Trying to wheel and deal with her, or it could actually be coming from the Divine Masculine, okay? Depending on where you are and what your situation is. All right, so that in saying the Magician offers a carriage to the Divine Feminine, that could definitely be the Divine Masculine coming to offer you a literal ride, to go take a ride together. Even could be the first conversation. Also, it could be your karmic may offer you a car as a bribe to end the relationship, or to keep you there, to do something for him. Or the Magician could be offering someone a free ride, like, or he's mad about offering you a free ride. So pay attention to this stuff. Or the Magician's offering someone a new life. So that definitely could be the Divine Feminine, or a karmic masculine who wants to come back and stay in the marriage. Or someone wants to pay off, wants to pay off the feminine to stay low. So whether that's the Divine Masculine or karmic, it could be either one, until things are formally done and he walks away, for the children and the family's name. So it's a masculine using the children and the family as another excuse for you to have to live in your untruth. The Divine Feminine is the family legacy, recovering and over the worst of it, overworking or just can't focus on it. There's an opportunity to learn, to research, to be the student of energy, or now invited to come out for a passionate ride. Pay attention to the red flags, playfulness, and release your ex, which is about clearing your energies as well. If you're not with your ex anymore, it's about releasing energies, so cleaning the house or cleaning your space, your spiritual space, but it's also about finances and career. Again, pay attention to the red flags, your signs and synchronicities. Playfulness, be playful. Release your ex or any of those karmic energies, and then finances and career. Around the Divine Feminine is the Hanging Man, still with right knee block. There's a little anger there still stored, or wounded at karate class. Ha! Okay, so definitely karate's coming up. Leo and Virgo around the Divine Feminine, as well as Pisces and Aquarius coming up around her, having or hanging out to be cared for, to be strong, and to shed light on. Clear blocks for the feminine around love, spiritual love, self-love, new love, and seeing eye to eye, and juggling always balanced, always offering of love. But with family butting in, there's bound to be interference. So health, and even more so pride, comes up for the masculine, for the Divine Feminine. All right, to take care of your health so that you're strong when you need to be, when you're ready. And it was just 2101, which is the world and the magician. So it's about completing your world, getting this cycle done with. Use your magician embodiment. You have the power. Don't let your pride get in the way. Okay? Know who you are and be confident and strong, but you have to let go of the pride. Just pay attention to your health and let go of your pride. It's not always necessary to see eye to eye. With the Queen of Wands, always prying, okay? So you're, even when you're together down the road with your masculine, the Queen of Wands is still going to be in your life because of the children. So you know it's not going to be perfect all the time. You're not always going to see eye to eye. You're not always going to have the Prince Charming writing in to say I love you, okay? You know this is your destiny. Give it all up to Source, the family, and the children. Give it all up. Help transform the devilish brothers who are fantasizing and jealous of the King of Pentacles, getting the girl, third party in waiting, him pulling her heartstrings. Give it all up, even that. Transmute, transform, transcend, and clear. With a pure open heart, journeying on through the mess and the cleanup. No fear, and oh, what a year. The Wounded Warrior, Spirit's connecting with me. Wounded Warrior Devil transforms his insecurities and opens his heart with you, and you both now are free. The Empress contented, inspired for her son. All is well for her when new creations are done. Perhaps a new grandson? So thinking of heart attacks and shock and hanging out with family, wishing or happy with wish lover, balanced and dreamy new love, sometimes anxiety, surrender to Source and hang out with the open-hearted children. Rainbow ones, okay? So it's saying, you know, there's going to be people coming into union now, okay, definitely. But it's not going to be like this perfect picture, because there is cleanup mess to go through with your family, with their family, all of this stuff. But it's saying, you know, people worried about having heart attacks and shocks and parents and all this kind of stuff and hanging out with their family and them hanging out with your family, and how's that all going to work out? You are happy. Wish you're with your wish coming true lover, balanced and dreamy, new love. Sometimes there may be a little anxiety that comes up, which you now know to surrender to Source and go hang out with the open-hearted children, the rainbow ones. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pull you some cards. So that was a really beautiful message. I mean, it was getting real in this read. You know, it was about really how you're coming together. It's more practical. All right, so take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. All in good time. Clear and align. You'll have your wish. Okay. Today is January 5th, 2019. Alright, so what is it that we need to know today? For everyone watching and the best and highest good of all those concerned, after we transmute, transform, transcend, and clear all the energies, filling the empty spaces with only beautiful organic love and light, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? For everyone watching and the best and highest of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What's the advice for all of us? It's January 5th. 2019. Okay. The bottom of the deck is Orion. And there's definitely something that came up in the read too about looking up at the stars and looking at the constellations. And Orion is 18, okay? So perfect for the full moon. And I think that came up earlier. So the moon, Orion, the underlying energy, honor the masters of Orion and visit them in my sleep. So you might want to pick a master to visit with, or just the constellations to learn more about them, or just to look up at the sky. It's 18 and that 9, so it's all about the hermit and compassion, being wise, that universal selflessness and endings, allowing the ends to occur so you can have open space to fill with beautiful organic love and light, that new love, okay? You have to empty the spaces in order to fill them. Lady Portia, she came up yesterday too. So 32 for Lady Portia is the partner of Saint Germain. 32 is that 6 of Wands, okay? Taking the lead, the journey, rising above, having good news, being the leader, being a peacock sometimes, okay? But 32 is a 5 of expansion, change, excitement, fun, creativity, definitely. Also romance and children. It's the 2 of the feminine energy on the inside, the 3 of the joyful, rainbow children energy. That kid who always smiles all the time, that's definitely 3. That's that social joy and coming together to create this 5 for Lady Portia. Lady Portia is known as the goddess of justice. As Lord of Karma, she tempers justice with mercy and balance in order to act with these golden qualities. And gold came up in the read too. You must, and emerald, all right? Okay, so the emerald order and golden qualities. You must let go of your own projections, pride, and prejudices and see the whole world, or the whole picture. When you receive this card, Lady Portia is calling on you to review an aspect of your life or relationships to bring it fully into the 5th dimension. Be generous-hearted, open-minded, and fair, and step aside from judgment, and then your ascension path will be showered with gold. It's like a yellow brick road. The affirmation is, I am fair-minded, open-hearted, and non-judgmental. Okay? And, of course, you're not expected to be perfect. Okay? But if you stay always aware and present, then you're able to control your reactions, okay? So very good. I'm not going to read the other 2. This really was the main card that came out, but these were kind of loose. So unicorns and the cosmic heart came up, which are 22 and 9. 22 is the Fool. And 22 is the Fool, and 9 is the Hermit. But 22 also brings up all of the master numbers, 11, 22, 33, and 44, which definitely came up in the read. For the cosmic heart, or 9, the affirmation is, I am the cosmic heart. Okay, you are the God, the source, the prime creator. You are the heart. You're teaching everyone else to be the heart. And the unicorns is 22, that I connect with the unicorns. Okay, so that's that, it comes up as 7th dimensional in this card. In serving humanity, to do the right thing. So it's very much in line with what Lady Portia is saying. And the cosmic heart is, you know, radiating love from Venus, the heart center of the universe. Okay, so this is 9th dimensional and 7th dimensional frequencies. Okay, and the unicorns is in the cosmic heart in the 9th dimension also. Mother Mary and unicorns are brought up in this 9th dimension cosmic heart card. So, but with their help, you can step down this powerful but gentle love to a level that you can handle and bring it into your heart center. Okay, that's that stressful energy that's expanding your heart. Okay, so breathe in love from the cosmic heart and radiate it outwards to everyone today. Affirmation, I am the cosmic heart and I connect with the unicorns. All right, so we have Lady Portia here and Mother Mary came up. So let's ask them for the next information. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. All right, January 5th, 2019. To Mother Mary and Portia. Maria. Okay. I just met a girl. Okay, so we have Mother Maria and Portia. I keep wanting to say Maria. It says Maria. Someone, Maria, needs to come up. January 5th, 2019. Mother Mary, oh, because Mary Magdalene wants to come in as well. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Portia. Lady Portia. What do we need to know from the past life deck this January 5th, 2019? For everyone watching and the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? Okay. Alright, the bottom of the deck is health again, which was the card for you guys today. The main energy that you needed to know. So you guys, some of you guys are not taking proper care of yourselves, and you need to focus on your health. And this is also about your Kundalini rising for those of you who are awakening. And it's important for you to journal. The scriber writer and candles are coming up under that as well. And sealed scrolls. So any of that kind of stuff, maybe you need to let it out, so it's important for your health to journal. The card that's coming up for you guys was first persecution, inquisition. Okay, and very much that's why Mary Magdalene wanted to come in. Mother Mary to take care of the children. Mary Magdalene, all right, to show you her journey and how she was wronged, and Lady Portia standing up for her. The Spirit's connecting with me. Okay, and the Celtic energies. And whenever I get this, I get the Neanderthals, because the figure in this cross, it looks like a Neanderthal, right? He's small, he's got really long arms and big hands. Okay, because they're saying the Neanderthals is the old way of being, that the masculine, you know, beats their wife or persecutes them for wrongdoing when they did nothing. That's being, you know, an abusive person. The third card that came up is Egypt. So it's very much those energies of Egypt and Atlantis coming up. The big pyramid and the little pyramid. And all of the pain that religion has caused. And the cross blocking the doorway, blocking the portals. The man, because that's coming up in the reading, Spirit's connecting with me. It's all about the establishment that has controlled you in the past, which we are now letting go of all of those energies. It was 32 and 44. 32 is that Six of Wands, you know, taking the lead, being a leader. In a good heart, though. Taking the journey with the 44, which is mastering your emotions, staying at 0 point. But being a leader requires having that mastery. And not control over others. It's about teaching them to control themselves, how to help yourself, just like when we want to help other more impoverished nations. We don't want to just help them, we want to teach them how to help themselves. This is the new way of being, is each individual out for yourself, so that you can learn how to completely take care of yourself, so you don't have to be codependent on others, and so that you will be at your best, so that you can give your high energy to others. Okay, it's not about being selfish, although you need to be selfish. Just like on the plane, when you have to put the mask on yourself first. Your kids aren't going to be able to use you if you're dead, okay? So put the mask on you first, always. It's always what makes you feel good. When you start doing everything that makes you feel good, it's a ripple effect, and it's going to start rippling out to everyone. And how are people when they feel good? They're happy, loving, generous people, okay? So it's about teaching others to be that way as well. Not in the old way of being persecuted and inquisitions and being put into fear of who's going to hurt you and who's going to judge you. Being stoned, all of those things are coming up in these energies to make you understand how important it is to let go of the establishment, the old way of being, and come into this new age of Aquarius. Okay. So. Oh, and Mary Magdalene wants me to remind you that it wasn't just Jesus on the cross, that she was with him, okay? The Spirit's connecting. Clear and align. Take another deep breath. So again, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Lady Portia. This is January 5th, 2019, for everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What is your advice for us? What do we need to know? Oh, we got 2. And then the bottom of the deck is She is the Moon, number 21. Okay, it's very pure and feminine. This is the underlying energy. So 21 is the world. It's about the feminine closing out the chapter of their life, okay? Not always about the divine masculine not doing what he needs to do. The divine feminine, it's ending her world. It's closing out the cycle. Learning that you don't need to rely on anyone else. You are so powerful. You are so soft and beautiful and powerful. It's all in you, and she's holding her heart. Ooh, so, you know, spend some time with your hands over your heart, you know, to close your circuit, your energetic circuit, and really help your heart expand, okay? And again, that's a 3. Angel of Jupiter Awakening is beneath that, and Jupiter is the planet of benevolence, so it's really about that love. It's 6, it's the lovers, and that 21 of the world. Alright, just love yourself. She is the moon. We have the moon today, the new moon. You are brand new. Brand new year, brand new moon, brand new divine feminine who is sovereign and strong. And the 2 cards that came up for you, a 3rd card was kind of coming out too. This was the 3rd card. I don't know if I'm going to read that for you or not, but we'll see. Alright, but this is beautiful too. That's beauty, and that's 58. 58 is the 4 of Swords. That's about that rest, your beauty sleep, your beauty rest. That's why that came out, because you guys aren't sleeping enough. That's why you're not. That's where you're not taking care of your health enough. You need to sleep more. I love that when Spirit does that kind of thing. All right, so the 2 cards you got are 61 and 57, which is the Lovers. Okay. Sorry. She loves the Lovers and beauty. So how beautiful is that? Okay. So she loves is number 61. That is the 7 of Swords. Spirit's telling you, feminines who haven't left situations you need to leave, that love takes a risk. Okay, 7 of Swords is coming up. It requires you to take a leap of faith. This is a risk. Because she loves herself. You don't have to have a divine masculine to be worthy of the risk to take for love, to love yourself more, to have everything you've ever dreamed of. And the Lovers comes up, which is 57. It's that 3 of Swords, which came up in the foundation of the read today. Okay? It's about rising above that broken heart, the separation, the worrying about people having a heart attack. The surrender, faith. God's the only one who's the emperor. He's the only one really in control, okay? Whether it's God, Source, Prime Creator, whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. It's all the same love energy. And there's all love here. She loves, lovers, and beauty. We have 57, 58 right next to each other, and then 61. 57, they're all swords, because you're in your head too much, and that's why you're not sleeping. It's saying, love yourself. Allow yourself to be happy. 57 is the 4 of Swords, is the 3 of Swords, 58 is the 4 of Swords. So we go from that third-party heartbreak situation to rest and replenishment. You're being told you must rest. Sleep. You need your beauty rest. And then take a risk, she loves, on yourself. Even if it's with a girlfriend. Go bask in the sun. Or just lay around and talk. But there are definitely twins coming together in this energy, okay? But it's like it'll be in feminine energy. I'm getting like this is like the masculine and his feminine energy hanging out with the feminine. Okay? To resolve, you know, all of the residual issues, that kind of stuff. It's very beautiful, though. So I'm going to read She Loves and the Lovers, and we'll see about how much time if I do the other one. Alright, so 57, you see all 3 of them are in swords. Okay, so it's too much. You definitely need to come out of your head, and in your head in the read was the Five of Swords, which is brain wars, in a fight with yourself. So the Lovers says, yes, it's love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with misunderstanding and breaks it open to enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings you a message of love, love, love. All right, you had 3 cards, love, 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 remember? It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and the goddess of love and paint the town red. It was just 40-44. The angels are there. Just ask for their help. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover, and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you're capable of handling. Love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, and dance and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly or flaunt itself with wanton abandon, and love can live and grow seemingly forever, or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, spirits connecting, reflecting on the life that we've lived, because I'm feeling like the twilight of our years being that I'm approaching 60, okay? So in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life that we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. Okay? So then we have 61. You know what? I am going to read you Beauty too, because it's right next to 57. And then we'll get to 61. Beauty says, to celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. You are a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. I want to stop here just for a second, because I'm thinking of a situation that applies to this, and it's important for you to hear. For those of you who are, insecure about yourself, your body, which most girls have, maybe some cars have insecurities too. Most girls have some kind of insecurity about the way they look. But I want to tell you, I was just at my sister's and her husband's for the holiday, and he's a plastic surgeon. And maybe it wasn't this visit, but on one of my recent visits to them, and I was talking to him about some different treatments and things like that. And my sister's got a great body. She's 2 years younger than me, and she she works out and does yoga, and she looks amazing, right? And she's a plastic surgeon's wife, so of course that's kind of her role in that work relationship, right, is to be a good example for clients that may come to him. But in asking about body parts to him specifically, I want you to know that his response to me was that there's so many other things about her that are amazing or beautiful, and it wasn't anything physical about her. This was coming from the husband. So I want you to see a different perspective. For those of you girls who are just wrapped up in guys just being all about the physical, they have hearts too. They're very deep people, and they can be very profound as well. And even if you're not perfect, that may be something that they actually love about you. It's all about the perspective, right? The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And here are we at beauty. So we continue. Beauty is radiance. It has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is a radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You're being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You're in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality, finding purity in all of yourself and becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper, more open way, without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessary for the shame of the world to heal. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown and there is more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You're an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. And the poem reads, how many times I've looked in your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. Okay. The person you're with is the person who perfectly resonates with you. You're a perfect match. And if they love you for everything that you are, no matter what. Doesn't mean that we're perfect or that we're perfect in the way we behave with each other all the time. But overall, that's the energy of love. She loves. Number 61. Forgiveness is here for you now. Can you partake of it? Forgiveness for your own self for the times you messed up, didn't love, forgot to trust, tried to take over and decided against surrender. Forgiveness is here for you now for the times when you couldn't forgive another, even if you really tried and you really wanted to. She loves. She's here for you now. Spirit's here too. Open your heart to the angel goddess of forgiveness and let her fill your heart. You are free. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. You are forgiven. You are worthy of forgiveness, and you're capable of great spiritual generosity in forgiving others. If there is a person that you cannot forgive, you're really just not forgiving yourself. Perhaps for being vulnerable, or for not knowing better, or for not listening to your own intuition. It's time to let that go and allow the forgiveness the divine has for you to fill your heart. You are free now. You just need to realize it. The cherry blossom knows when to bloom each year and never questions whether its beauty is enough. There is peace in knowing you always bloom well. Yet man spends a lifetime in wonder. Okay? So you're perfect just as you are. And I'm going to pull one more card from the traditional Rider-Waite. See if we can get any extra energies for you. Sorry, I'm not getting that in, okay? Since we have Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and Lady Portia. Clear and align. Take another deep breath. The Hierophant dropped out. Okay. That's about establishment. Alright? And the way the read was talking about sticking it to the man and the masculine and their viewpoint right now. Okay. So, this January 5th, 2019, day of the new moon and this partial solar eclipse. For everyone watching and the best and highest of those concerned, what do we need to know? Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Lady Portia, what do we need to know? What is the last message for us? Okay. Well, I think the main message is the bottom of the deck. Okay, and this is very much, I don't know if you'll remember, but I was flying last year and I had a channeling of Mary Magdalene and Jesus in a read that I did on the plane, and I talked about this card in that read. And I want to tell you about that since I'm showing you this card. So you see the cup is an offering by God, okay? But you also see there's an M on that cup, don't you? But it's upside down. And then there's a bird diving, okay, with Holy Communion. But he's bringing his cross to bear to the Divine Feminine. But as the Divine Feminine is pushed down, her M becomes upright, and the Divine Masculine starts to ascend into her. Okay, so when I'd done that read, it was making this very clear that at the final hour, The divine feminine will be pushed down slightly in order for the masculine to rise up and meet her. So it's very important that this came up as the underlying energy. Saying goodbye to the shadow side that was just below. Okay? So very interesting though, the cards that came out, because they're very practical. This is what Spirit's trying to tell you. That love isn't always about that beautiful romance, although that is a part of it. That there are practicalities involved. Okay? So first comes up, which came up in the read, about the divine feminine either overworking or being unable to focus on her work properly, or she's not sleeping enough. And it's also, the message here is saying don't align with your blocks. Okay? Don't get too hung up on the details. Right? Just stay present in the moment, centered, and anything that comes through, give it up, surrender it. Sleep. Sleep, sleeping beauty, sleep. Okay? Then we have the Four of Pentacles, which is about holding on. Now in this card it's not so bad. Some cards are worse than others about holding on tightly. But this is holding on. This is about spinning your chakras. Okay? So keeping yourself clear. But don't have money on the brain. And you could also feel like you're skating on thin ice. So you have to let go of all those feelings. Know that you're always okay. Because your heart is your home. This is your stability. Okay? And it was 51-51 is the King of Swords coming up. Okay? So it's telling you the King of Swords was the only upright king. That's your masculine. That's your divine masculine. He's now sitting in his truth. Saving his money for you. May not be a ton right now, because he may have had to go through a lot. But he's there for you. And for you, the streets are paved with gold. Okay. Then these two cards came up together. Alright, the Queen of Cups, or excuse me, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Four of Swords reversed, which came up as one of the Journey of Love cards. Okay, and this, when it's reversed, it's all about, usually I get it as rising above, but for you guys, this is obviously, you are not asleep. You're up at night. Go to sleep. You are not grounded because you are not sleeping enough. I don't know how many more times that Spirit can tell you in this read. It's just about getting sleep. They can do so much more work in your sleep time too. Okay, then the last card that came up was, you're yelling at the King of Swords for not being in his truth. He's in his truth, but look at you. Are you still in a relationship? Are you still doing something that doesn't resonate with you? The pot calling the kettle black? Okay. Now the divine masculine is upright. But are you? Are you actually in your truth right now? So you might want to take a second look at yourself. Make sure you're sleeping. Two things only. Sleep, and are you really in your truth right now? Are you doing what's best for you, what's healthy for you, and what makes you happy? Okay? I'm certainly not saying I'm perfect either. I'm going to have to look at that as well. Okay? So really great read, guys. That was really good. Get your rest, and always drink your water. When you get dehydrated, it makes you less healthy, and then you feel worse. Okay? So sleep and water. Rise and be loved, guys. Oh, before I forget, let me show you your picture. Okay, this is for the Divine Feminine. And have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye.